Hello everyone, today I'm gonna try to fly the PMDG 737-600 series. So it's just a basic fly of 180 knots, like nautic miles, sorry. This plane I have flown before, so let's go. I flight this plane before, so it should be something not difficult for me. So I have programmed my flight in SimBrief, so I have my SimBrief data here for the flight. So it's from DA Oscar to the Alpha G. So these airports are actually pretty cool. And I also use Fergo Virtual CDU, so it's an app you can download on your iPad, for example, and you can actually use your MCDU in your iPad, so you can type anything. Like, for example, I'm typing here with my virtual MCDU on my iPad, so actually pretty cool. So let's go for. I'm gonna go check something. Actually, we can use some kind of torch here. I think I found that. No, it doesn't work actually. That's a shame. Gonna go here, overhead panel. So I think I'm seeing some stuff here. Batteries. So batteries on. And go back to the. So we have some light. Finally. Go back to this tablet. I'm gonna go to ground operations, request ground power, connecting, and also you can add this feature like they added in PMDG. It was an update. Actually, you can call and request all vehicles. You can also do ground maintenance, refill hydraulic fuels, refill engine oil. Like you can actually do replace tires, brakes, cool brakes. It's really cool. You can also control the doors, so you can close doors. Yeah, so outside should have vehicles coming to the plane, so they're actually starting to bring stuff to the plane, so they will do the cargo, and we're actually gonna board people after some steps here. So we have ground power. Gonna turn this to on. Ground power is on. Gonna go just in the overhead panel and put some light. Yeah, panel brightness. After that, I go back to my checklist. So just a second here. So cockpit prep, batteries on. Just select the overhead panel. Go back here. Amber exit lights on. Make sure cargo pumps need to be on off. It's cool. And proceed with the fire test. So flight recorder test, stall speed test. No, stall warnings here actually. That was the max speed. It doesn't work. I don't know why. It should work. Interphone service on. Let's align IRSs. Put them to nav. Test the flaps, lights. So let's go back to the lower pedestal. Gonna put some panel brightness, flood lights here. That's better, actually. So actually number here. Okay, let's test liquid engines. Test lights, true lights. Fault APU operative. 3 red lights. Test the cargo. Checked. amber exit lights. So closed. They're armed. Sorry. IRS are in nav mode. Macro speed tested. Electric pumps on. Hydraulic pumps. So go back to the FMC prep. Okay. I'm gonna use my tablet, of course. So go to FMC. Go to position init. Go to next page. Bring our GPS. Left GPS. Let's go to init page. Or sorry, let's go to the actually second to flight plan request. So I'm gonna choose SimBrief. I'm gonna select the payload. Select it. Select the fuel. Fuel is selected. 5.2. And for the route, should be coming here. So we should wait a little bit. Takes time. I'm gonna check some lights here. Okay, so background lights, AD's flat a little bit. Main panel. I'm gonna put some light here. Okay, so link is ready. We're gonna load it. It's loading our flight plan, of course. I have already done this like flight, like I usually don't have problems. It's pretty easy. I'm gonna use also the ILS approach. I'm gonna show you later. So let's go back to our tablet. So our tablet here, go here for SimBrief data. I'm gonna depart runway 07 left, so I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna choose runway 07 left, and now I think we have the runway. We're gonna go to the next page, and we're gonna verify the waypoints, the route, sorry. So directly to Hill, DAAG, CHE, and then here, okay. But some stuff are missing, so we're gonna go departure page. So we're gonna depart runway 7 left. The SID, we're gonna choose the SID 71. Gonna execute. I'm gonna go back to departure arrival. Arrival will be runway 27, so I'm gonna choose the runway 20 ILS 27. Stars, never mind this, it's no big deal. Activate, and everything is good. If we go back to route, next page, SID 71, clear, and here have some new stuff. ILS runway 27, and the route discontinuity. So to clear that, you need to click here, put this here, and execute. Now, if we miss the approach, that's actually another flight plan, but I don't think this is a big deal. But let's continue our FMC prep. Go to route is clear, so if you want to verify your route, so you go to legs, but for now I will go, before I go to init, init request performance. So it's gonna enter our data automatically for 0 fuel reserves, cost index, all the data it will be put from that comes from SimBrief, it will be put here. So performance init uplink, so load, execute. Now we have our init page, we go next page, so everything is good. So go to climb is fixed on. I'm gonna let it do the management on manage mode. Cruise good, it's respecting the flight level. Descent page is good. Go to forecast, I'm gonna put our QNH for this flight. So I'm gonna depart from DAOO, so it's QNH 1016. To fix your QNH, you're going to go to the barometer and select hectopascals, 1.616, 9.016. So here should have the same QNH. Next, so we're gonna put our QNH here, 116, execute, and gonna request the winds for our flight, like for all levels of flight and speeds, because if we don't have the winds, the plane will have difficulty managing speeds for each altitude, so it will be somehow difficult for the plane. Execute. Everything is cool. So destination, cruise. There's something missing. It's the performance. So gonna go to index, takeoff, and actually this is important. So we're gonna go to our tablet. There's an app you can. It's a performance tool, so you can actually select the performance. Like it will calculate the speeds. Absolutely amazing, this app. So flaps will go 0.1 degrees. Actually, CG, gonna put CG here, 24.32. So why actually I'm not choosing the iPad, so I can show you exactly the thing, how to use the FMC. Runway wind, it's mentioned here, 15/4. Runway slope is yeah, it's 0.03. I'm just thinking. So this, I will not enter this, so go back. This is our V1, VR, and V2 speeds. The trim need to be at 502. Now at 5. Okay. Okay, so we have trimmed the plane. Now, performance checked, so we go back to the menu. If you are lost, you go back to index. So hold on, FMC index. So ident checked, pose checked, perf checked, takeoff checked. The approach, I'm gonna enter it in the flight. So that's the approach details, ILS, like frequencies and stuff, the course. I'm gonna go back to my checklist, and for the FMC, enter the position, the flight plan, origin, destination, the runway, etc. Departure, performance page, destination page checked, legs checked. So legs, yeah, actually not checked. Here we're gonna choose DFC, CTR, and now I'm gonna go to plan and check my waypoints if something overshoots. We are here, so next page. So actually it's not a long flight, so this is our decel point, and I'm gonna go here, ILS approach, and our program, like waypoints, are linked, so there's no problem actually. So next page, next procedure, sorry, is right, first pre-flight procedure. So light this, I'm gonna check the light here, and everything seems to be working. You can see every bit of light here is just testing. Okay, it's just test. Okay, go back to this, gonna put this to CTR, GFC, so waypoint data, terrain not for now. Gonna go back to map mode, select 5 miles, nautic miles. Yeah, so let's continue. So flight controls guarded, yaw damper. Let's go back to this overhead panel. Yaw damper is just here. Batteries on, fuel pumps on. Gonna here fuel pumps cross feed. Then came low, engine hydraulics on. So all hydraulics need to be on now. Anti-ice, engine anti-ice. I'm gonna use engine anti-ice. So gonna go flight, gonna be at flight level 310 level. Landing will be at 200 feet. Yeah, out for the altitude of landing. This is checked. Airbags auto. Isolation valve needs to be at open. Checked. Altitude set. Landing set. Reverse mode auto. Position steady. Checked. Gonna put on. Logo is on. Wheel on because it's dark. Wheel on. No, actually, wheel it's after. Ignition to the right. Flight director is on. Flight director is just here. Gonna put it on for both stuff. So, like here, auto brakes to RTO. Speed brake down, flaps up, parking brakes set. Sorry, I'm sick today, that's why I'm weird. So, first flight procedure checked. Second flight procedure. So fuel cutoff levers down, lights as required. WX plus T for the weather radar. So here we're gonna go here. This is the weather radar. So I'm gonna check both of them. I'm gonna check also the system of the GPWS. Actually, it's working. It's just a simple test. It's actually testing the systems of the GPWS. So, okay, so tested. Everything works fine. Now we go for the APU. I'm gonna start the APU. APU is on. So here you should see something here actually. This is the gauge of the APU. So when it's on, it will move and go up here and go down. So that's it. And now if I go outside, and you can hear the plane is something is powering up in the back. That's the APU. That's the auxiliary power unit. The plane needs it to power up systems. Actually, the livery looks pretty cool. The vehicles and stuff. Yes. Now it will go back. If it goes back, I'm gonna put APU generators on. Okay, so we can, if this lights up, so our APU is ready, so on. APU gen on, ground equip, gonna disconnect. No, it doesn't work from here, so you need to go back. Now, you need to go clear all vehicles. Release all vehicles. Gonna go to ground services. Gonna release the ground power. And it's disconnecting. So next step is the pushback. So actually we boarded everyone. So now if you can see, vehicles are departing. Wait for them to depart, and then we can be ready to power up the engines, and we will be on our way. Now just gonna check something here. The map actually it's a little bit laggy. So actually do we need pushback? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think we need pushback. We need to go left side, turn, no. Actually, it doesn't even need that. So, it's okay. I'm gonna check. So, vehicles are departing. Just gonna wait for both of these two. Trucks are departing. So this truck departed, not 1, 2. Why they opened this door actually? I've no clue. Okay, recall button, go to ground operations. Close all doors, so all doors need to be closed. Okay, so we're closing all doors here. And we're gonna initiate move. So, I'm gonna put packs to off now because we need to power up our engines. So, APU bleed on. Anti-collision lights on. It was already on. Working brakes off. Not for now because we need to power up. So actually we need to set the ground. First engine on ground. Have some N2 coming. 5%, 7. 18%. And fuel cutoff. Okay, so I'm gonna go for other engine ground and use the pushback system. 6%. No, actually, we don't even need pushback. I said before, I said it. No, fuel cutoff for second engine. First engine is available, so N2 is rising. Oil pressure is good. Die on above 10 degrees. White system. It's not a big deal, so should never say that, but actually it's not a big deal, so I'll go with that. And the 600 series for the 737 are small planes. They're not like big planes that consume too much. For fuel flow, I forgot to reset, so we can know how much fuel we used. So cool. After that, both engines. I'm gonna put ignition here, continuous. APU off. Oh, big mistake. You should never do that. Actually, you should, but before powering off the APU, you should go for the generators of the both engines. Okay, it's okay. Hopefully this will go well. Alright, turn off taxi lights. Continuous. Prop heat and window heat on. checked. Left and right backs on auto. Now we can use the backs. Isolation mode to auto. APU bleed is off. And we set our flaps now. Flaps to 1 degrees. And yeah, now we can go for the taxi. When I turn off on, taxi lights on. And N1, put it on maximum of 40%. Dual FMC restore. Okay, I think we have an issue here. Because my router systems are not working actually. So I'm gonna call the ground service and it should like refuel hydraulic fuels because it's a hydraulic problem. Routers should work. You can see that here it doesn't work. Why the routers doesn't work? Have no actual idea about that. All hydraulics are on. Latest work. Elevation checked. Actually just the routers. Here it actually works, but here it doesn't work. Ah, okay. Oh my god. Okay, now it's working. Actually, I'm dumb. I selected the pushback system on, so that's why it doesn't work. Now, respawn brakes, parking brakes. Sorry, and now we can taxi our way to the runway. So. Taxi checklist was done. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, so. Need to access the taxi. Like the runway, okay? So I need to taxi to the runway, but yeah, I will take this way. 40%. So I have no time. Okay, before that, to put everything fasten seatbelts on, commute lights on, turn button. little bit fast because I want to take off. Everything looks good, actually. Let's arm the auto throttle. Arm nav on. So we're approaching our runway here to reduce the speed. A bit too fast. Okay, so right. Line. Almost line. Oh, this is runway 07 right. Need to go to 07 left. Oh my god, let's go to the right runway. Okay, let's align with the runway. And we're good here. So, parking brakes set. Holding short, check this. Taxi lights off. Blinding lights on. Strobe lights steady. Check. Landing lights on, flaps checked. Auto throttle on, and nav on. Transformer TRRA. We're gonna put the TRRA. Flight attend on. Okay, it's along the runway. $80 knots. Rotate. Gear up. so there is up, speed good. Okay, so I'm gonna activate Command A and VNAV. So transition altitude, parameter to standby. After takeoff checklist. So flaps up. Landing gear off position. Start switches to off. And auto brakes off. Taxi lights off. Lighting off. So just continuous. Anti-ice on. Oh, it's really cool, the center. That's really cool. So we're cruising. Now it's on manage mode actually. I'm just gonna reset the MCP speed here. Stop. So the flight level should be at 3110. And yeah. Set. Everything is checked here. Cruising 10,000. Almost. Actually, I haven't done all procedures for the 737, but the oxygen mask, like in a real flight, need to be tested like this. That's the stuff that I haven't tested, but yeah, that's the real test procedures on the real 737. So I'm gonna just leave everything for this way. So after takeoff, climb parameter just stand by, one item off, logo lights off, window lights off, off, IPM lead still off, air temperature, so the cabin altitude is correct. Temperature seems to be correct. Crew oxygen is correct. So everything is fine. I'm just gonna leave the plane on management for now. Everything is checked. So we're gonna almost reach our cruising altitude. We're cruising now at flight level 250. Just gonna check the nautical miles that's left for us to do. Yeah, we have some. It's actually not of. Yeah, we have less than 160 nautical miles actually. Now, so top of climb is actually top of descent is it's not farther than the top of climb. If we can check the checklist, go up down the checklist, not the checklist, sorry, but the sim brief data. So actually you can see here the top of climb is it's not really further than the top of descent. It's just one waypoint further than the other top, like that's between them. So for this flight I think 31,000 is a little bit too much, because it's not like it's longer distance in this flight, so but it should be okay. Like the top of descent will be really fast. We're gonna do it, and I'm also gonna explain the procedure to do how to do the approach, and also the how we call it, yeah, how to do the procedure of the approach and landing. It's pretty easy actually. And how to do procedure for the descent, how to use the FMC to descend. It's not complicated actually. So yeah, I'm gonna just use the performance for the landing dispatch. So we said we're gonna land runway. Let me go back to route and check this thing. We're gonna land runway 27 here, import the weather, and we calculate. So our VRF should be about 133 knots. So if we go to the FMC and we go to the init ref page, here we have our approach references. So here we can see we have flaps, speed references. So the closest speed to our calculation is flaps 15, so we're gonna use this one. I'm gonna enter it here. Speed correct, so it's the closest one to our calculation. This is the frequency that we're gonna enter after for the ILS systems. So now the beep is telling us that we're gonna reach in no time our cruise altitude. Speed is 282 knots. It's no problem. So we're at our top of climb, cruising 31,000 here. In a few moments we're gonna start the descent. So checklist after cruise, so you check the altitude is checked, flight altitude checked on the PFD and an FMC2, so you go to cruise altitude and you can see it's the right altitude. Back to here. Just see outside, looks really good actually. Yeah, so here we're gonna, I'm gonna start the top of descent just when we're gonna pass here. So top of descent is the point where the plane should start to descend. So we're gonna prepare for descent. Speed reset. So we're gonna go to the FMC here. Go to the descent forecast page. And this is checked. QNH checked. Wind checked. So I think there's nothing to add here. Everything's good. Runway insert. I'm checking my checklist. Yeah, everything is good. We just need, when you start the descent, just to go to FMC. So you go to this page actually, descent, and you click on this thing, descent now. So the plane will start to descend. You're gonna see automatically you should do nothing. Just go to forecast. Okay, it's checked. Yeah, everything's good for now. Just check something. How much was that was? Yeah, we're almost about 80 nautics. So I think I'm gonna start my descent now. I think. So click on descent now and you execute. So it says reset MCP altitude. So for example, if I look at my legs here, the final altitude we should be at 2,790. So 2,800 actually. There is something here, like for example here. Okay, at 800 we'll go back, and now plate should descend. VNav and click VNav again. Okay, so the plane will start to descend here, as you can see. Just gonna respect the. Now we're in descent. Like these are steps for the flight. So there's climb, cruising, and descent. So we are on step 3. Actually, step 4 is the approach and landing, of course. Just see the plane descending here. Speed 284. I should let it manage by itself because I think it should like do everything by its own. So let's start setting up stuff. So whites. Oh, no, enough. White started choosing the heading. Actually, these two needs to be on all the time, because if one of them is not on, the navigation of the plane will not be your plane will not navigate in a good direction, of course. So we're descending. I wanted to check something. Now, yeah, that's what I want to say. I'm gonna prepare our approach stuff here. I'm gonna choose radio, and we know at I'm looking at my charts for the runway. decision altitude needs to be at 220 feet. So here we can see if you put it 220. Nice. Good. What's next? Next is that okay, descending is checked. I'm gonna go to the init ref page. I'm gonna enter our ILS. Okay, so reducing speed. So I'm gonna go to our ILS frequency. It's 109.50. 109.50 for both transponders. And you're gonna click here, activate. Have the good frequency for the ILS. And yeah, I think we're pretty much good. Yeah, for the speed, descending, but the speed need to be respected. That's at this point we should be at about 150 knots, 160 knots, at least. But now plane is descending, so no big problem for us. No big problem. Fuel checked here, consumed about 0.39. No, actually consumed 1.72 for each tank. This is the wind knots. Wind are clear. If like speed is too high, we're gonna just use the speed brakes. At level flight 10,000 we should be we should activate blinding lights, so we when I turn off. I think I'm gonna turn them now actually. And yeah, pretty much everything here. Just wanted to check something. So we are about 20,000. I know 20,000. Go to my checklist. So we're approaching. Yeah, I think speed will a little bit. I'm gonna go to descent. I'm gonna choose 250 for the speed. Drag required. We're gonna need to put back our speed brakes. Okay, it's working. Okay, speed brakes. I think at 10,000 feet we should start putting flaps, because the maximum flight 10,000 is like about 250 knots. So for now everything is respected. Thank you. I think that everything is respected for now. I know that is required, but I don't have choice, man. The altitude we're a little bit high, maybe. Speed brakes maximum. I'm gonna need to go to this speed and then put it back, and then I'm gonna start with the flaps at level 10,000. I think should respect the. Yeah, we're good actually. We're not that bad. Okay, put this back. Just needed to. Okay, we're approaching. We're approaching the. Actually, the runway is on the other side. So we're approaching here. We're about maybe 30 nautical miles from the airport. We're at level. Okay, we're at level 10,000. So now we're gonna start with the flaps. I think flaps should respect the. Yeah, drag required. I know. I know, it's so true. So I'm gonna use the speed brakes. Actually, every time when you set drag, you need to use the speed brake. So automatically we're gonna go to your speed you want, and it should be no problem for you, for us. Glide slope about, oh, speed, sorry, it's about 227. Why? What? No, everything's good. Just, I said nothing. Gonna descend. VNAV LNAV, command A. Speed will go for the speed. Descend. Okay, we're approaching our decel point. So at decel point, MCP autopilot localizer, it's not for now. Speed box checked, speed brakes set if too fast, not too fast I think. Flaps 5 at 200 knots, full speed brakes. Another notch of flaps. Oh, we're doing great actually. Just need a localizer in a moment. Yeah, I think this, we need the glide slope here. Automatically we should go for approach mode, and it captures the when we are on the last point, and it captures the glide slope. Altitude, we're a little bit high. It's okay. It's descending. I'm gonna start doing the landing checklist. RTO, auto brakes RTO, heading for the runway. I'm gonna select that later. The course is 271 for our ILS. Okay, need to be selected for both. Okay, it's correct. We're on our right altitude when this thing here is actually here, so we're respecting the altitude. Speed respected. Just leave it at its own. Engine start, citrus continues. For the speed, we're good. We're managing. It's a beautiful scene actually. Really beautiful. We're actually approaching our glide slope here. You can see there's this diamond here is starting to formate, so just need to wait a little bit so we can make it turn here at this point. We should capture our glide slope at this waypoint here at CI27, so should be at 2700, and we're actually on good altitude here. Just bring down another notch of flaps. Okay. Yeah, everything looks good here. No problems. All nav, VNav, command A. That's our runway actually. So we're getting close to our runway. Do a turn. Just wait for the glide slope localizer. And yeah, that's all. So the QNH, I haven't set that. Actually, stupid. I'm gonna set the QNH here to. Wait a second. Okay. It's 1.018. Oh, today. Okay, we should intercept our glide slope here in moments. We're a little bit too high, maybe? I don't think so. No, we're on a good track here. We're descending. First, check this. Seatbelts on. Cameras on. Notified items. Cabin. Speed brakes on. Yes, we're approaching our altitude. Should intercept Iris. We should. Okay, so yeah, you can see here there's 2 diamonds appeared. So these are our ILS. So it's the glide slope for our ILS landing. So here you can see that autopilot will, when we intercept boat, yeah, we're online, so no big issue for us. Just need 10. So now we can go for approach mode. No, now he's gonna follow the path of the glide slope. Speed, I'm gonna bring notch of flaps. Big problem here. This noise is so annoying. Okay, so landing gear down at 5 miles. Oh, come on, man, the flaps. Okay, have no longer the problem. It's not good. It's not good. Okay, maybe no, it's no big issue. Okay, everything's good. So at 500, I should take deactivate auto throttle and disengage autopilot. Uh, 1000 checked. Continue. $800 feet. Continue. $600. $500. Disengage. As you can see here, I was having a problem with the altitude. I was so low. I had a problem with the auto throttle. Actually, when I deactivated the auto throttle, the plane was not managing at all, but I couldn't control my throttle in the simulator, so actually PMDG, they deactivate the auto throttle automatically when you land, so I maybe should not have deactivated the auto throttle. But anyway, this was actually a good flight. The takeoff was good, the cruise was good. Only thing, the descent was also good. The only thing was the auto throttle problem, but it's okay. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Bye bye.